Welcome to Indie Game Month Day 10. Today we are going to create the Forager. Today is going to be yet another remodel of an old indie game figure. So let's break into the clay figures and grab the Forager. I remember creating this figure so strongly because at the time it was my best figure I ever made, at least in my opinion. And it looks like it still holds up as a really nice, clean clay figure. At the time of making it, I had never played Forager. Since then, I've gotten the game and probably put at least 40 hours into it. So I'll have a much better idea of what to create on this figure. This is the old backpack. It's kind of pitiful, it's just a little lump of brown clay. So I'm gonna go for a much more detailed backpack. I went into the wardrobe in the game to find what the different backpacks were, but I realized you can't really see the back of your character, so I had to basically improvise on what this backpack would look like. The one thing you can see, however, is a little purple blanket or sleeping bag at the bottom of the backpack. So let's roll up this flattened down clay, and we can get a nice little blanket. Let's take some straps to hold that blanket into place. And I've taken my needle tool to add in these little holes. It's a very simple detail to do, but really adds a lot into the figure. We need some silver at the top for the little metal buckles, and we'll put some holes in those as well. I baked this backpack so it's ready to put right on the back of the Forager. I'd say that's quite a big improvement. The next thing to work on is the hat, and one of the things I love about Forager is in the wardrobe you can change the hats and the head of your character, and there's so many different ones from indie games. There's Shovel Knight, Limbo, Terraria, and a bunch of other indie game characters. And I love when indie games use characters from other indie games. Another great example of this is Fall Guys. They've added so many different indie game characters as skins. The next improvement we're going to make is the weapon. Instead of just a basic little pickaxe, I'm going to make the lightning rod. I can't remember if this is the official name in the game, but it's a rod and it makes lightning. So we're going to call it the lightning rod. It's kind of hard to make out what all of the details would be since it's a pixel art game, but I did my best to improvise. Another thing you can get in Forager is pets. However, you can only have one pet per game. So if you want to try to get a different pet, you need to start a completely new game. The first pet I ever got was the Beet, so I'm creating the little mini Beet. There's also bigger versions of this Beet, and they're basically just really nice characters in the game. They don't really play too much of a purpose besides just being happy and nice. These are going to be the leaves on the top of our little baby Beet. I'm using the knife to etch in some nice leaf details. And let's attach that onto the top of the head. The next thing I want to do is add this gold marker onto the lightning rod. It looks alright being yellow, but it looks a whole lot better being gold. Let's attach that with some super glue. Moving on to removing the rock. I'm really glad I'm terrible at replacing blades on the knife. I've been using the same blade for probably over a year. It can still cut through clay, but not really anything else. I've gotten comments in the past asking how I don't hurt myself using the knives in the videos. Well, now you know, it's an extremely dull knife, and even if I slam it into my finger, it doesn't even leave a scratch. After I removed the rock, I noticed the ground was kind of messy and didn't look very good, so I covered it up with green, and you can still kind of see where that was, so I'm just trying to fill in the scenery as much as I can. So I created a beet, some flowers, and now we can create a little beetle. Maybe to you this doesn't really look like a beetle, but this is what they look like in the game. After we add in the arms and the legs, we are ready to get baked. After baking, there's nothing else we have to do, so here it is, the Forager. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to check out the playlist at the end, which is updated every day with a new indie game character. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.